Morning, everyone. This is Mike C. coming at you from beautiful, sunny Halifax, Nova Scotia. And I'm here today to talk to you about carrots. Now, before you click out, it's actually a lot more interesting topic than you would think, which is why I'm doing one of these webcasts on it. I don't do boring stuff. So, without further ado, let's travel from Halifax, Nova Scotia, to the place where carrots were born, the birthplace of Daucus carota, which is on just about the other side of the world, here in the border area of Afghanistan and Iran, Persia. Now, I've highlighted an area here which I've kind of narrowed down as the birthplace of Daucus carota, what we know as carrots today. And if anyone has a better grasp on the exact location, exact mountain range, region where Daucus carota originated, I'd love to see it. I really would, because this is as close as I could get, based on some research. So, what do we know about carrots? Well, a carrot is Daucus carota. It's a biennial plant, which means in the first year of its life, it grows from seed and grows a root. The root, as we see here, is in the wild is a stringy, fibrous, woody type of situation. Not the kind of thing you really want to chew on and put in your dinner. But this is what carrots were for most of their history. So, in the first year, the root grows and the carrot accumulates nutrients in this root. And the second year, after the winter, the carrot will sprout a flower. And this flower we know as Queen Anne's lace, as we can see here. This is a plant that's probably familiar to a lot of us. It's very common. And basically this is a wild carrot. So again, for most of human history, carrots were cultivated for the flower, the seed, and for the greens. And these were used as, again, medicine. The root was used to be boiled, to be turned into a tea, to be pulverized into a powder, medicinal style, but not so much for food. Not something that the bulbous kind of juicy orange, flavorful thing that we know as a carrot today. So this is where the carrot originated. These rugged hilltops and mountainsides of this dry area of the world. But, this is the homeland of the carrot. So from here, where did the carrot go? Well, it went two directions. It went east and it went west. So, eastward we go first, and we see the carrot moving along trade routes from Afghanistan, Persia, into India. If you can find India. I think I missed it there. So in India, the carrot, as it is in most places, is selectively bred and gains a larger root and becomes more juicy and more sweet and more substantial. And it takes on a purple coloration, more so in India. So this is probably a familiar picture to a lot of us. I'm sure we've seen this at our farmers markets and grocery stores, but it's the orange carrot. It's the purple carrot. This is a product of Indian breeding and selective development. In China, along the Silk Roads, the carrot also made its way, and here, very similar situation. We see the selective breeding for the root, and here the carrot turns red. The Chinese have a real affection for all things red, it's true, and the carrot being one of them. So again, this is going to be a theme here, this development of the root system as opposed to the seeds and the leaves of this plant. So, that's east. Westward we go, with all of our Eurocentrism of the English research and literature that I'm reading here. So, with the descendants of Alexander the Great in the Hellenic world, the carrot moved westward into the northern part of what is now Saudi Arabia, the Levant, and basically the Mediterranean region, Turkey, Greece. And it's here that the carrot is developed into a more yellow root. And as time goes on, we see the carrot showing up in more and more literature, particularly under the, as I love to say, Pax Arabica, the kind of conquest and economic integration of Europe, Asia, the Middle East that happened 700s through 1400s, 1500s. One of certainly the heights of civilization. A lot of the foods that we know of, we take for granted in our Western diet, are actually a product of these trade routes and scientific development of this time period. So during this time period, we see quite a bit of development of the carrot and research and development into the carrot, particularly in certain specific areas. The island of Crete, we see some literature coming up, and the carrot mentioned a few times in the codexes of the day. And it looks something like this. You see a stringy, fibrous root, and a real emphasis on the plants and the flowering tops. Paul of Aegina, the physician and pharmacologist of 8th century Greece and Turkey, or what is now Turkey, included it in his codex as well. And this is what we get, this image from his documents. Also, Dioscorides, the 9th century Greek pharmacologist and physician, mentions carrots, and he describes them as a root that is thick as a finger and with a long span. It's aromatic and edible only when boiled. So again, we see a real treatment of this plant as a medicinal root and herb. The Romans came along, and, this is before the Arabs, but use this plant as to treat animal bites, to stave off poison and venom, as well as an aphrodisiac. You know what we're all obsessed with, right? So as time goes on, the carrot moves along trade routes through North Africa and through the Mediterranean, and eventually makes its way to Iberian Spain via the Moors, basically moving along markets and bazaars through Tunisia, North Africa. During this time, the carrot would have been a bunch of herbs bound together in markets and souks, bazaars in this region, soon making its way by way of the Moors of Mauritania and Morocco up into Iberian Spain. And it's here that my limited research has led me to believe that the carrot really becomes a food, a garden vegetable, something that you want to cut up in a salad. Particularly, we see noted Islamic physician and pharmacologist Ibn al-Awam from Seville, Spain, during this time, writing about the presence of carrots in gardens throughout Andalusia. Beautiful countryside, huh? He describes a multicolored species harvested pretty frequently, red, yellow, purple, and white throughout the 12th century gardens of this region of the world. So you see the development of a more palatable vegetable here. Again, beautiful landscape, huh? So as time goes on, the tolerant and progressive society of Moorish Iberia gives way to the reconquest by the intolerant and pretty much inquisitional Catholics from the north. Come in, take over the place, and start seizing assets and whatnot from the intellectuals, the business community. And what you see is a movement of peoples who bring the carrot with them from Spain up into the Low Countries, into the Netherlands. The carrot shows up here for the first time in about the 1500s, and it takes on a new dimension and a new life here in the Netherlands. Basically, this becomes a Protestant country and a very progressive capitalist society based on tolerance, equality, all this good stuff. And one of the main founders of this modern Netherlands, this modern world, was a man by the name of William of Orange. And William of Orange was actually from a place called Orange, France, orange. He moves up to the Netherlands during the 1500s, 1600s, and basically helps bring about a revolution of minor landlords and capitalists and Protestants to break the Netherlands away from the grip of Spanish, Catholic Spain. And the vanguard, the kind of color of this revolution is orange, based on William of Orange. So it's for this reason that we have orange carrots. The Dutch grew these orange carrots as a way to show their nationalistic pride in their gardens. So carrots being the front runner of civilization and progressivism here. We basically see these bright orange carrots showing up for the first time in the 1600s in the Low Countries, in the Netherlands. And ironically, it's for this reason that we have beta-carotene in such strong levels in our modern-day carrots. It's because of this choice to make orange carrots that we have increased levels of beta-carotene, and it's good for your eyesight. So we can thank William of Orange and the fact that his hometown is named Orange for that. So the Dutch, we all know how good business people and traders the Dutch were. Basically moved the carrot throughout the known world, or the new world that we live in today, here in America or Australia, wherever you're listening from. Basically, if you ask a lot of people these days, they will tell you that carrots are orange. That's not necessarily the case. Carrots, even now, globally, come in a wide range of colors, sizes, shapes, all throwbacks to different places and times where carrots were developed and selectively bred. So, yeah, as we can see, carrots have come a long way. They've been with humankind for quite a long time and have changed and developed and changed us and developed us and our society in a lot of different ways. So, there it is. History of the carrot.